Welcome to this new video. Today we are going to talk about animes in which the main character has a great dark or evil power. But before we start this video, I will thank you guys for your support. We are already 100 subscribers on the channel and I'm very happy with that. I recently created a Discord server for all anime fans, so don't hesitate to join us. The link is in the description. Before we start this video, I will leave you with 10 seconds of the opening of an anime that you will have to guess in the comment section. Good luck. The first anime I will present to you is Blue Exorcist, published in spring 2011, and in this anime we will meet the main character named Rin Okumura, who was raised by a church father named Shiro Fujimoto. He will find out later that he is Satan's son and that he possesses a power that burns all what he touches, called the Blue Flames. His power being too great to handle, he will be given a sword to restrain it, but the sword won't last for long. He often loses control on his power, and it is very nice to see him fighting to become an exorcist and kill Satan. Meanwhile, he is a demon himself. If you are looking for an anime with the MC who possesses awesome demonic power, then get in touch with this one. The next anime I'll present to you is an isekai called The Rising Shield Hero, published in winter 2019, in which we will follow the story of Iwatani Naofumi, a guy who is summoned in another world to be one of the 4 heroes that will be fighting interdimensional monsters. Having a defensive weapon which is the legendary shield, he will be hated from the beginning of the series with no reason and will be betrayed by the kingdom's princess. He will be rejected by nobility and shunned by everyone. He will try to train alone, and his hatred will make him develop a dark power called the Cursed Shield of Wrath, which counters any attack with black flames and that rises with his anger. His dark side will be threatening to take control over him, and that makes the anime very nice. The season 2 have been announced to be aired in January 2021, so catch up with the season 1 and tell me if you have already watched it. What were your thoughts in the comment section. The third anime I'll present to you is a very new anime called Jujutsu Kaisen. I decided to put it in this video though it is still airing because I was really impressed by the first episodes. The story centers on a high school student named Yuji Itadori, member of the Club of Occult. He possesses a particular high physical strength that can help him join easily sports club, but he is too lazy, so he prefers the club where he will have no major activity. Yuji and his friends will discover a special class relic that is the finger of a very dangerous curse that has been sealed. After unsealing the relic, they will be attacked by monsters, and Yuji will decide to swallow the relic, thereby getting possessed by a legendary demon named Sukuna. He will still be able to control his body, making him very strong since he will be able to switch with the demon and take back control. Though only a few episodes are out, the anime is very promising and it is one of the most famous this fall 2020 due to its great animation. You can check some of its fighting scenes on my channel. The fourth and the last I will be talking about is The Devil is a Part-Timer. It is instead a reverse isekai since the MC is brought from another world to the human world, and it was published in 2013. Being a light novel adaptation, the synopsis is as follows. After losing the fight versus the hero, the Demon King Sadao Mausama will escape with one of his right-hand servants called Ashiel. He will be reincarnated in the human world, and the two will try to live as humans since their magic energy will be low to return to anti-isolate their world. He will then start working at the McDonald's franchise so as to gain money to survive. It's really funny to see how a demon king will live from his high status and work like a honest citizen. He can take his original form when people surrounded him are filled with despair. The higher the people around him will panic, the stronger he will become, so there's almost no limit to his power. There are not much fighting scenes in this season, but the few ones present are really insane, so I will recommend you guys to catch up with the season 1. So that was all for the video. I hope you like it. If you succeeded in finding the opening to guess, write it in the comment section and share the videos to your friends that are looking what anime they will watch. Subscribe and stay tuned for upcoming videos. Thanks for watching. Don't also forget to join the Discord server. I will be waiting you there for more talking about animes, and let's meet.